2020 NFL Draft.
Hey, this is the offensive coordinator.
It's every kid's dream to make it into the league.
Let's take it to the podium to see who the next pick of the draft is going to be.
And it's every college player's dream to go in the first round.
Phenomenal pick. This kid has shown some elite abilities on the field.
It doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you get into the league. And some players play football their entire life, others have a different path.
Now for the beast de Renaissance.
And that's where I come in.
Your helmet.
I didn't start playing football until high school.
Okay then. Let's see what you
I
can do.
tried out for the team. This is my story. Now, I never played organized football, but I always knew I could throw a ball really far and really hard. So the coach gave me a tryout, had me do some drills, and I was hitting every pass that he gave me. I could tell I impressed him.
I definitely see some
Now,
potential.
he didn't guarantee me a starting
Say
position,
we smooth out those edges
but he
in
told me
practice.
just come to practice.
Sounds good, Coach.
Good practice.
It was clear I was talented enough, so they were going to name me the backup quarterback.
Well, it's hard to celebrate homecoming when you're being shut out by your crosstown rivals.
Now, I just needed an opportunity to prove myself, and what better time than homecoming. At the start of the fourth quarter, we were down 2 touchdowns, and the starting quarterback suffered an injury. It was my time to shine, but I was so nervous. It's homecoming, everybody's watching, everybody's there. So nervous that I forgot my helmet on the sideline. Luckily, Coach was there to remind me. As I went to the huddle, I could tell the guys were a little down. I told them, don't worry, I got this. And then they seemed to just rally around me. Because they've seen me practice, they know the effort I put in. Now it's time to put that hard work into the game. And see, we had to score quick. So Coach drew up a 4 vertical play. I dropped back, scanned the field just to see who's open, looking for my receivers. Nobody on the left side is looking interested. He's covered. He's covered. I see my receiver getting open down the field, and I just do what I do best and just chuck it down the field. It had to be at least a 50-yard pass. And I had 2 guys in the same area, wide open. And from there on, the comeback was alive. My first throw of my Heisman career was a 70-yard touchdown. And then the next time I touched the ball, I ran it in for a touchdown down the left side of the field. So not only did I show I can throw, but I can run. And after that, we just dominated the rest of the game, winning on homecoming.
So as our EA Sports live stream comes to an
And I
end,
know it
I'm
shocked
Kevin
everybody
Connors,
because they had
signing
never
off.
seen me play. But because of my performance, scouts started asking about me.
Heck of a game at that tonight, son. Hey, you ever think about your future in football? Where you might want to commit to?
And I gotta be honest, I never thought about playing college. But scouts were craving for more tape of me, and Coach said he was gonna play me for the rest of the season. And that might have been the best choice he could ever make, because we cruised through the entire rest of the season. And in just half the season, I threw for 2,000 yards and ran for 500 to lead this team to the state championship. And in the state championship was also a cruise. It was also a breeze. We won every game that I started, plus the state championship. I became a viral sensation with tons of scholarship offers and NIL deals. I became so popular that they wanted to do a documentary on
memory
me.
serves, you didn't start out playing football back then.
That's right. That's my first day here as a transfer student.
Now it was time for me to make the big decision on where I was going to continue my career and play college football. And I kind of wanted to stay close to home, but I also had to remember the NIL deal that was available to me. So I decided to go with Michigan State. It's close to home, and the scholarship that they offer me is probably the best one. Now, the transition into playing college ball was not as easy as you think it would be. The players are bigger, the players are faster, the reads are harder, everything just moves at a different pace. And I learned that out so quickly. The passes I could make in high school, I could no longer make. I could no longer just run away from everybody as well. I got knocked around and pushed down. Of course, I had to remind them how I got my scholarship. I'm mostly making plays with my feet. But, sometimes I paid for it. But it was all in good competition. I had some low moments, I had some high moments. But it's just to get up the depth chart. I have to prove to them, maybe not this year, but in the coming years, that I'll be ready to lead this team, hopefully to a national championship. But in order to do that, the coaches must trust you in practice first. You practice how you play, and you play how you practice. In my sophomore year, I ended up getting the starting job halfway through the year due to injury to the starting quarterback. I ended with 1,500 yards, 15 touchdowns on 11 interceptions. Also in the running game, I ran for 600 yards and 5 touchdowns as a sophomore. Now in my junior year, the opposite happened to me. I got injured halfway through the year while putting up a great year in the first half, 1,200 passing yards and 11 touchdowns. But of course, due to the injury, I was not able to finish the season. Now it was my senior year. This was going to be the year that I made a name for myself before I went to the draft. And what better game to do it than a rivalry game against Michigan.
Michigan and Michigan State. Always a great matchup, and both teams playing for the Paul Bunyan Trophy.
I was
and now we bring
amped up. I was ready to prove to the world. But in the first quarter, I took a big hit, and from there on, I knew something was not right. I felt something snap in my shoulder, but I played through it. The adrenaline got to me, and a couple plays later, my entire season was over. I landed on my left throwing arm, and I could not move it.